My dear friends, we gather today to speak of a profound truth, a simple yet revolutionary principle that, when truly embraced and practiced, has the power to transform not just your own life, but also the very way the world interacts with you. It is a secret whispered by the sages, demonstrated by the masters, and accessible to anyone willing to embark on the journey of self-discovery. The first key, the foundational stone upon which all other transformation rests, is this: cultivate unshakable inner stillness and presence. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded. Noise, demands, distractions, a relentless stream of information vying for our attention. Our minds race, our bodies are tense, and our spirits often feel fragmented. We are everywhere but here, always dwelling on the past or projecting into the future. And when we are not truly here, truly present, how can we expect others to truly see us or genuinely respond to us? Inner stillness is not the absence of thought, nor is it a passive state of inaction. No, it is a profound state of being where you are deeply rooted in the present moment, aware of your breath, your body, and the space around you, yet undisturbed by the external tempest. It is the eye of the storm within you, a calm center from which you can observe the world without being swept away by its currents. When you cultivate this stillness, you radiate a different energy. Think about it. A person who is constantly agitated, distracted, or reactive broadcasts an aura of instability. People sense this. They might take advantage of it, or avoid it, or even project their own anxieties onto it. But a person who carries inner stillness, they exude quiet strength. They are grounded. Their movements are deliberate. Their gaze is steady. Their voice is measured. Presence, the twin of stillness, means truly being where you are, with whom you are, in whatever you are doing. When you are truly present, you listen with your whole being, not just your ears. You respond thoughtfully, not impulsively. You engage fully, not superficially. When you are present, you honor the interaction, you honor the other person, and most importantly, you honor yourself. And how does this change how people treat you? Firstly, it commands respect. When you are still, you are not easily swayed. When you are present, you are not easily dismissed. People instinctively recognize authority in presence, not an authoritarian dominance, but the natural authority of someone who is fully inhabiting their own being. They sense that you are not desperate for their approval, not easily manipulated, and not easily unsettled. This creates a psychological space where they are less likely to disrespect you, take you for granted, or impose upon you. Secondly, it fosters deeper connection. When you are truly present with someone, they feel seen, heard, and valued in a world starved for genuine connection. This is a profound gift. When you are fully engaged, people feel safe to open up, to trust, to truly connect. This doesn't mean they will treat you better in a superficial way, but they will treat you with more authenticity, more depth, and more respect for your shared humanity. The practice, it begins with the breath. Return to it again and again. Sit in silence, even for a few minutes each day. Observe your thoughts without judgment. Engage in simple tasks with your full attention. Washing dishes, drinking tea, walking. Bring your awareness to your body, feeling your feet on the ground, the air on your skin. These seemingly small acts accumulate, building a reservoir of inner calm. When you master the art of being still in motion and present in every moment, you become an anchor in a chaotic sea. People will gravitate towards your peace, and they will treat you with a reverence due to one who has found their center. This is not about external performance, it is about internal transformation, which naturally radiates outwards and alters the very fabric of your interactions. Do this once and continue to do it, and the world will respond in kind. Many people are slaves to their emotions. They react impulsively, speak rashly, or make decisions driven by fleeting feelings of anger, frustration, or fear. They are like boats tossed about by every wave. Without a rudder or an anchor, their emotional state is visible, often volatile and easily manipulated by external circumstances or by others. But when you truly master your emotional responses, you reclaim your inner sovereignty. This means recognizing an emotion as it arises, acknowledging its presence without judgment, and then, crucially, choosing your response. It is the pause between the stimulus and your reaction. In that pause lies your freedom and your power. Consider the person who explodes in anger at the slightest provocation. How do people treat them? Often with fear, resentment, or avoidance. Their volatility makes them unpredictable and difficult to approach. Now consider the person who, when faced with the same provocation, remains calm, speaks deliberately, and addresses the situation with clarity. This person commands respect because they demonstrate self-control and inner strength. When you are not easily provoked, when you do not react with uncontrolled outbursts of anger, fear, or insecurity, you present an image of unshakable stability. People sense this. They understand that they cannot easily manipulate you through emotional baiting. They cannot easily derail you with criticism or negativity. Your composure becomes your shield. Furthermore, mastering your emotions allows you to respond intelligently rather than instinctively. Instead of reacting with defensiveness, you can respond with curiosity. Instead of responding with fear, you can respond with courage. This ability to choose your emotional state, and therefore your subsequent actions, makes you a formidable and reliable presence. People trust those who are consistent, calm, and capable of thoughtful responses even under pressure. How do you cultivate this mastery? It begins with self-awareness. Pay attention to the subtle sensations in your body when an emotion arises. Notice the tightening in your chest, the clenching of your jaw, the rush of heat. Recognize these as signals. Then practice the pause. Before you speak, before you act, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this reaction serving me? Is this reaction aligned with the person I wish to be? Is this reaction truly beneficial for the situation at hand? Many people, consciously or unconsciously, wear masks. They try to impress, to fit in, to gain approval, to avoid conflict. They say what they think others want to hear, even if it contradicts their true beliefs. They make promises they don't keep, or they act one way in public and another in private. This inconsistency, this lack of genuine self, creates a subtle sense of distrust. Even if others can't articulate why, people sense when you are not fully present, not fully real. But when you choose to act with unwavering authenticity, you eliminate this dissonance. Your words become reliable because they stem from your true convictions. Your actions become predictable in a good way because they are guided by your principles. There is no hidden agenda, no manipulative intent. You are simply you. Consider the person who constantly shifts their opinions to match whomever they are speaking with. How do people perceive them? As unreliable, perhaps shallow, certainly not someone to be deeply trusted. Now contrast this with the individual who expresses their honest, well-considered opinion, even if it's unpopular, but does so respectfully. This person might not always be agreed with, but they will be respected for their conviction and honesty. When you act with integrity, you build a powerful reputation. People know where they stand with you. They know that your word is your bond. They know that you will uphold your commitments. This creates a foundation of trust that is invaluable in all relationships, personal, professional, and communal. Trust is the currency of human connection, and integrity is the mint that prints it. Furthermore, authenticity fosters self-respect. When you live in alignment with your true self, you feel whole, centered, and confident. This internal strength radiates outwards. People are drawn to genuine confidence, not arrogance. They are drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin. because it makes them feel safe to be themselves as well. And live this truth daily and watch how the quality of your relationships elevates. Self-respect is not arrogance or ego, it is a deep, abiding appreciation for your own intrinsic worth and a commitment to nurturing your own well-being. It is the understanding that you are a vessel worthy of care, a mind deserving of development, and a spirit requiring nourishment. And this self-respect is not a passive feeling, it is actively expressed through the choices you make every single day, particularly through the twin pillars of discipline and self-care. Discipline in this context is not about harsh self-punishment. It is the commitment to consistent action that moves you towards your goals and aligns with your values even when it's difficult or inconvenient. It's the dedication to your physical health through regular exercise and nourishing food. It's the commitment to your mental clarity through consistent study or meditation. It's the adherence to your word, to yourself and to others. When you are disciplined, you are demonstrating to yourself that your goals, your health and your commitments matter. Consider a person who is perpetually disheveled, constantly late, breaks promises to themselves like exercise or healthy eating, and seems to neglect their own basic needs. How are they often treated by others? Sometimes with pity, sometimes with disregard, sometimes with a lack of serious consideration. Why? Because if you don't respect your own time, your own body, your own commitments, why should others? Now, consider the individual who is well-groomed, punctual, follows through on their plans, and clearly takes care of their physical and mental health. This person, without saying a word, communicates that they are reliable, capable, and that their time and well-being are valuable. People tend to treat such a person with more deference, more seriousness, and more respect. They are less likely to waste your time, to disrespect your boundaries, or to make frivolous demands on your energy. Your outer world is often a reflection of your inner state. When you demonstrate self-respect through your disciplined habits and your conscious self-care, you are setting a clear standard for how you expect to be treated. You are sending a message that you are not to be taken for granted, that you are a person of substance and worth. This doesn't mean you become rigid or inaccessible. It means you become a stronger, healthier, and more vibrant individual. The practice begins today with small, consistent steps. Choose one area where you can apply more discipline, perhaps consistent sleep, or a daily walk, or a short meditation. Choose one act of self-care, perhaps reading for pleasure, or spending time in nature, or simply unplugging for an hour. As you build these habits, you are not just improving your life, you are actively strengthening your self-respect. And as your self-respect grows, the world around you will inevitably begin to mirror it, treating you with the same esteem and consideration you have diligently cultivated within yourself. Do this once, and continue to live it, and witness the transformation. Many people operate from a transactional mindset. If I do this for you, what will I get in return? Or I will help you, but I expect you to reciprocate. This approach, while sometimes practical, fosters conditional relationships. It creates a subtle tension, a feeling of obligation, or even resentment if expectations are not met. But when you serve from a place of pure generosity, with no strings attached, with no calculation of future benefit, you operate from a different realm entirely. You offer your time, your skills, your kindness, simply because you can, because it aligns with your values, or because you see a need. Your reward is in the act of giving itself. Consider the person who only offers help when they know they will get credit, or when they need a favor in return. How are they perceived? Often as opportunistic or insincere. Their generosity feels tainted by self-interest. Now, contrast this with the individual who quietly helps, who steps forward without fanfare, who gives simply for the sake of giving, and asks for nothing in return. This person earns genuine admiration, respect, and a deep sense of gratitude. When you offer help or support purely from a place of service, people sense the purity of your intention. There is no hidden agenda for them to discover, no manipulation to unravel. Your actions speak volumes about your character, your compassion, your humility, your strength of spirit. This creates an environment of trust and genuine appreciation. This doesn't mean becoming a doormat or allowing yourself to be exploited. It means choosing when and how to serve from a place of inner abundance, not from a place of trying to earn approval or avoid discomfort. You serve because you are full, not because you are empty and seeking to be filled by others' gratitude. The transformation in how people treat you is remarkable. Firstly, they will respect your genuine character. They will know that your kindness is authentic, not a tactic. Secondly, they will often go out of their way to support you when you truly need it, not out of obligation, but out of a genuine desire to reciprocate the generous energy you have extended. Karma, if you believe in it, operates on this principle. What you give freely often returns to you, sometimes from unexpected sources, precisely because you were not seeking it. The practice requires letting go of attachment to outcomes. Offer your help, then release it. Give your gift, then step back. Do not tally the favors, do not keep score. Focus on the act of giving itself, on the positive impact you can make. It requires a strong sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external validation. Because if you are constantly serving to be liked or appreciated, then you are not truly serving, you are negotiating. When you embody this spirit of selfless service, you become a person who elevates every interaction. You become a source of positive energy, a true blessing in the lives of others. People will not only treat you differently, they will treat you with reverence, with profound respect, and with a genuine desire to be in your presence. Do this once, and make it a way of life, and you will find that the world around you becomes a more compassionate and harmonious place, reflecting the very generosity you embody. This is the ultimate gift you can give, and the ultimate way to be treated as you deserve.